After watching the film, was there anything that stuck out to you that you maybe didn't notice during the game?
The Virginia film?
Yeah.
I left a lot of stuff on the field, and I could improve every week. I made a lot of little rookie mistakes and a lot of mistakes that I pride myself in making the right play, and I want to get back to doing the right thing.
So making 16 tackles and still left a lot on the field.
Absolutely. If you watch the film, you would see that I made some key mistakes in the past game as far as drops and stuff like that. So I'm gonna get back to it.
So you just have to get 25 tackles next time, right?
Hey, I could have got some more stats if I did the right thing. So.
What did you see from Miles, especially, that was maybe different than the Miles you played next to you last year?
Oh man, he was salty in the run gap. He really took pride in his run fits, and he was there. And he had 13 tackles or something 13, like that. Yeah, man, he was feeling nicely, and I definitely felt his presence on the other side. It was cool.
You see a difference in the defensive line, especially in run defense against Virginia compared to last year?
Yes, like I said before, everyone was gap sound, everyone was doing their job, and it was crucial as far as the pass rush was concerned. They're nearly in the quarterback's face or in the backfield every play, so that was awesome. And the quarterback was making some pretty good throws. Hats off to him, but Oa and those guys were back there every play.
Yeah, you don't usually see a nose tackle get 8 tackles in one game.
Yeah, he took all your tackles.
He must not have met Kenny Clark before, but he's a man, and I wasn't surprised at all when he had a great game because he works his butt off every day in practice, and he does the same things in practice. So it's just going to translate naturally.
How Kenny Young do in his first game?
Oh, he did awesome. He's a young kid and he's a rookie, but as far as his mindset is there, so he played well. He made a couple mistakes here and there, communication, but that's all could be fixed, luckily, and nothing was too big. And I'm looking forward to playing with him for the rest of the season.
Now, is he turning to you during the game just to know what he's doing, know where he's going, or is he on his own pretty much?
Not quite,
solid?
man. He was on his own, solid, man. He was pretty stout. Like I said, he made a few mistakes of his own. I myself was not perfect, so all of this could be corrected, and for the most part, he came out really well.
So you razz the offense at all for outscoring them?
Oh man, that was crazy. I've never been a part of 3 touchdowns as a defense, and that happens, and that's what we've been practicing. And it was surprising, but at the same time, it wasn't surprising because I know how hard these guys have been working. So it was cool.
Now, did you bait the quarterback on that? You looked like you were hiding a bit.
I did a little bit. Yeah. I knew I had him, but then I knew that we were like whatever coverage I was in. I made a break on the ball, and I kind of played in the hip. And as soon as I made a break for the ball, I saw the ball squeak over the line, and I broke on it. So it was pretty cool to have everything work out for me.
How much is that a learned tactic, or is that just a natural instinct on your part?
We definitely practice one-on-ones all the time in practice, but I feel like a lot of it was just, I don't know, I can't really explain it to you. I just did it, kind of thing.
I think you were named National Defensive Player of the Year, and someone named you that. Were you aware of that?
I think for the week.
For the week.
For the year,
but you're not paying attention.
Yeah, it's really cool, like I said, but I'm gonna get back to work. Don't worry about it. So.
When they had that new quarterback come in, what kind of changed about their offense?
They started throwing it deep, and he started completing some things. They ran a couple crossing routes, and they started completing some passes downfield, and that's what really changed. Started completing some things.
So it's just better throws more than anything?
He made some great throws, I'm not going to lie, but I don't know, man. Things just started clicking for them, I guess. We had made a lot of plays earlier in the second quarter and things like that, so, I feel like we just didn't make as many plays maybe when he was in, or I don't know, but, he did a great job, and their offense did pretty well, and they had a great game, so hats off to them.
First game back for Oa, what do you think of his performance?
Oa did awesome. He was attacking the mesh. He was doing all those right things, hitting the quarterback on some plays, a lot of plays. He was in the backfield every play, and he was doing his run fits too. So he was a beast out there for us, and man, I can't wait to play with him some more.
Has there been some sentiment that you need to generate a little bit more pass rush and get maybe some touches on the quarterback compared to last week?
game? We had a lot of touches on the quarterback. We had an excellent pass rush. It was just they were rocking and throwing the ball, one step throwing. So when that happens, sometimes you can't really get a lot of sacks or those statistics. But as far as our D-line's concerned, they definitely did a great job pass rushing. And maybe the stats might not prove it, but the film does. So.
What do you notice different about Deion Hollins than last year?
Man, he's holding the point extremely well. Last year was his first season. He might have been a little young, a little nervous, but all that's out of the question now, and he's holding the point with the big boys. He's making huge hits, and he's flying to the ball with his hair on fire. So it was awesome to see as well.
Cool.